What's good, everyone? Today we are talking about how to get free customers every month from a single integration. Yes, I am talking about creating one single integration for your product with another product and generating customers every month for years from this integration. In my SaaS marketing growth hacks, I talked about integrations as one of the best marketing tactics for SaaS founders who don't have a lot of marketing budget. It's something we've used from day one, and we've only taken the foot off the gas because we have more money now to invest in other places, but it's still one of the best tactics and strategies to grow your business. It's still something we do even now, just on a slower pace. Now, I have integrations for Reconvert that we created in 2019 and are still generating anywhere between 3 to 10 new customers every month. So this was a one-time job that we did, an integration, and we're still generating customers. How do we do that? This is what this video is going to be about. It's going to give you our playbook of creating sustainable, long-term customer acquisition channels out of integrations. Let's do this. First, what am I even talking about? What are integrations? I am not talking about building a Shopify app or a WooCommerce app or a Salesforce app or anything like that. These are CMS integrations. These are basically creating a micro SaaS on an existing platform. And that is a great marketing strategy for your SaaS. This is a great strategy to grow a first-time SaaS when you don't have a lot of money. But this is not what this video is talking about. If you want us to make a video talking about how to actually use micro SaaS as your growth engine for your SaaS, then write micro SaaS down below and we will talk all about it, specifically for Shopify or WooCommerce or Wix or whatever platform you're on. So just write micro SaaS, we'll get to it. But this video is all about integrations with other products in your niche. So for example, if you're a Shopify app like us, then you would integrate with other Shopify apps to generate more revenue. Now this is different because in this case, you're in a more level playing field with the other app that you're integrating with. So this is not a platform you're integrating into and you have to work by their rules. You actually have some control over how the integration looks, what you guys do together. Because of this, we have a very clear process on how to use that to your advantage. And it's really important to say that this is not only relevant for a micro SaaS. If you have an independent SaaS product, you could still integrate with other products in your niche, complementary products to grow your business. So I am not going to go over how to technically integrate. Again, if you want us to talk about that, let me know in the comments. But I am going to talk about once you've integrated with a product, you decided this is a good fit and you integrated with it, how do you now turn it into a customer acquisition machine on autopilot? So this system is divided into two parts and each one of them, of course, has other parts because of course. So first part is what you do when you first launch the integration, an integration launch. This one is where you want to get a bulk of your partners' customers to know about the integration, to know about you, and to reach out to you to install the app or to sign up to your newsletter or whatever it is, so you can turn them into customers and into paying customers. These are things that most people do, so I'm gonna talk about them pretty quickly and move on to the next part, because this part, the launch announcement, is something that everyone does, and this is what everyone thinks is going to generate the customers. And you know, it's great, it will generate some customers, but it's a one-time thing, and a one-time thing is nice to have, but consistency is key, you know? So let's talk about the one-time first. So when we're talking about the launch announcement, there's a few things you want to do. First of all is email. Make sure your partners send out a blast email to all of their customers with an announcement on the integration. Ideally, add your own description there so you can kind of tell them what the integration does, what the product does, and add a discount so that they can incentivize their customers to install your app for a discount. So far, so clear. Next is social media. Again, that's pretty similar. Whatever social media you guys use, you and your partners, make sure to announce it. Make a big deal out of it. Maybe you even want to do some sort of webinar. Maybe you want to do some sort of a joint ebook. Whatever it is, any marketing material you can think of, you can do together. But it might just be a post on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, whatever platforms you are at. Another social media place to post in is communities and groups. So whatever communities are in your niche, whatever you have a Facebook group or they have a Facebook group, there's a Reddit community, announce your new integration, make buzz, create buzz around it on social media. Groups are a really, really good place because then people tend to see it a little more than if you just post on your own social media. If you don't have a lot of followers, you will get comments and questions and you can take the conversation from there. Lastly is to utilize help desk articles and videos. Now, of course, if you have a new integration, you would create a help desk article, right? Makes sense. But make sure that in your help desk article and in your partner's help desk article, you actually link to each other so that this is kind of getting into long-term strategies, but you can start actually getting installs from that. Make sure that the help desk articles are optimized for SEO as much as possible so that you would be found for relevant keywords. And also videos. Another tactic I talked about in the SaaS growth hacks video is to use videos as a marketing channel. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world right now, and it's so much easier to rank for than Google. So use that. Create a how-to video and make sure that both you and your partner's names are in the title so that people can actually find you and know about the integration and, install. Just make sure to have a link in the description of your video so people can actually check you out. Now let's talk long term. This is the second part of this system and this is the more important part. As I mentioned, consistency is key, and the only way to generate new users every month over time, over years, is with consistency. I know in the beginning I mentioned somewhere between 3 to 10 users every month for free from your partners, and that doesn't sound like a lot. But if you integrate with a few different apps, then this accumulates to a lot of users every month. You will get a lot of users just from integrations for free. And it's not only that, you also improve your retention because you are now integrating with a product that your existing customers love. So it's a win-win, really. And to accomplish that, there are a few super important things that you need to consider. The first one is email. I know I talked about email marketing as a blast campaign, but this is the mistake that a lot of people make. You do the blast and that's it. So a customer that installed an app you integrate with a year from now will never hear about the integration for email because he missed out on the blast. Instead, what you want to do is make sure to set up an evergreen campaign. This is something we've set up for Reconvert, and it basically allows us to send every week a new email with some marketing material, some educational material, and some important announcements that are relevant for the long term. So for example, if we have an integration with a product reviews app, we want to talk about it and we want to let customers installing a year from now know about it as well. So in a year, they will get the email telling them, hey, did you know that we have this integration? If you install them now through this link, you will get a 10% off, or whatever the deal that they offered us is. But this is super effective. We were actually surprised by how effective it is, both for us and for partners, which is why now we actually require from any integrating partner this evergreen campaign to be enabled on both ends. It just works. It works really well. If you want to hear more about the evergreen campaign, because we can talk about it some more, again, let me know in the comments. Am I trying to get you to comment because the YouTube algorithm would like the video and help us reach more people? Yes. But am I also trying to get you to comment so that I know what you want to see from us? Also yes. So please comment. The next super important part about the long-term strategies is adding each other to your dashboards, and this is so important. So important. Maybe the most important part. You want to make sure that your app dashboard and their app dashboards connect to each other. Meaning, let me give you an example from Reconvert. I think that's the easiest part. We have integrations with product reviews apps, as I mentioned. So when you go to the general settings in Reconvert, you can choose from a drop-down the product reviews apps that we integrate with. Now, if you already have a product reviews app on your store, then amazing, just use it, enable it, and that's it. But let's say you don't. Then you go to the drop-down, choose a product reviews app, and we can actually find out that you don't have the app installed and let you know, hey, to use it, you need to install it with a button. That's an example. We do it in other ways for different integrations, but the important part is that whatever app we integrate with, if you are looking to do something related to this niche in your store, you will see a link to this app from our dashboard. Same thing from their dashboard. We require that they add Reconvert to their dashboard as an integration. You don't have to do it like we do. You might just have an integrations page where you mention all the integrations you have with a short description and maybe some categories to help your customers find the right integrations quicker. The important part is this is the moneymaker. This is the part where you actually get a lot of customers into your App Store listing or into your landing page and installing your app, because you work with an app they already work with and love. So make sure you do it do not miss out on this part. So the third and last part of the long-term tactics is the App Store listing or your website, your landing pages, whatever it is. Make sure you mention each other in your App Store listing. So again, let's say I have an integration with Lux Reviews. We actually do have an integration with them. But let's say I have an integration with them on Reconvert. If I add them to my App Store listing, then I am a little more likely to pop up if someone searches Lux on the search bar. Now, granted, I am not Lux, but if they are looking for products that work with the review app that they love, they will find me. It's both helpful for search, but it's also helpful for people who are legitimately looking for products who integrate with the products they love. They can scroll down in the description, find the products that we integrate with, and know, oh, okay, Reconvert works with this product. Amazing. I can install them. So this is a lesser tactic. Like, this is not as powerful as the other ones that I mentioned as far as generating new leads and customer acquisition, but it is still highly recommended because it would help you get to more people or signal to these people that you integrate with the things that they already use. If you have specific landing pages, like if you can create specific landing pages for the integrations, even better. They can be found in search easier and they can be super targeted for the people that you need to reach out to. So take that into account. So this system is pretty simple. The important part is to create powerful integrations that are actually useful to your customers and making sure that your customers know about them so that you don't miss out on time and energy and money spent creating these integrations only to flop and not get any attention for them. One of the more difficult parts about it could be to actually get these bigger apps that have a lot of customers that you can tap into to agree to integrate with you. Yeah, it can be difficult. Why would I integrate with you? You're nobody, you just started out, right? Well, I also have a video talking about that. You can watch it here and it will give you some good ideas. And if you want to, this is the video that YouTube thinks you should watch. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you later.